It's the Line Makers on Sporting News.
How you doing? He's Kenny White and I'm Richie B. We're talking Big Ten football. Is this still Big Ten? Big 12?
Yeah, I don't know how many teams they have. I don't think they know.
It's one or the other. I think it's Big Ten.
Well, it can't be the Big 12.
Because there already is a Big 12. It's Big Ten football. They got to change their name. Big Ten football. It's the championship game. Nebraska and Wisconsin playing this game in Indianapolis, and it's a rematch, the regular season game that they had in Week 4, Week 5 this year, where they played Nebraska. Nebraska was 11. Now they turn around in this spot in the neutral field. Nebraska's 3. Total on this game we're sitting at 49. First game was 52. Kenny, what do you think about the number 3 in this game?
Well, I think it's probably the right number, but the Wisconsin team has really had an up and down season. It started down. Danny O'Brien, the transfer quarterback, started. Joel Stab steps in. They got a decent run through the middle of the year, but Stab wasn't producing and the defense was. So then Kurt Phillips gets the opportunity, and they lose their last 2 games.
Yeah, 2 overtime losses, if I'm not mistaken.
Very tough losses.
And both first time that Baleem has lost 2 in a row. But, you know, here's a Wisconsin team. They did lose 5 games this year, 2 of them in overtime, by a total of 19 points to 5 games. They're in every game, and they didn't really start off that good. Monty Ball struggled the first 2 out of his 3 games this year. Since then, he's been tremendous. Let's switch over to Nebraska football. Nebraska, 7-1 in the conference this year, with their only loss to Ohio State, and I got to call that a quality loss, Ken.
No doubt about it. I think it's been a great year for Nebraska. They lost to UCLA, which obviously is another quality loss. Wisconsin shouldn't even be in this game. I want to go back to Wisconsin for a second, Richie. They finished 4-4 in the conference. Penn State and Ohio State both finished above the Badgers. However, since both were ineligible for the conference championship because of sanctions, Whiskey gets this championship game with nothing to lose.
And lost to both of those teams in overtime. It's not like they don't have a chance to beat these teams. Only 5-7 against the spot this year, Wisconsin. They were big favorites early. They couldn't get there. Kenny, we're talking about a game last year. Wisconsin lost to Michigan State during the season and turned around and beat them in the championship game. Now we have a similar spot this year, but you're not giving Wisconsin a chance in this game, are you?
I don't think so. And, you know, I don't have the numbers with me, but I know it's drastically weighted to the team who won the regular season meeting wins the second meeting of the year. It's just kind of that backyard brawl. You go behind the fence to fight, and the guy that won the fight's probably going to win the next fight too. I like this Nebraska team. Wisconsin struggling at quarterback. As I said, their 3rd quarterback, Kurt Phillips, is a junior. He's been out his first 2 years with injuries. It's a team that can only run. I think they're one-dimensional, where Taylor Martinez can run it or throw it for Nebraska.
And Burkhead is back for Nebraska. He played
Came back last week, yeah.
They had a tough game with Iowa. It was in the wind. It's really a throwout game statistically. We're also, you know, looking at the first matchup this year. Wisconsin was up 27-10. Nebraska comes back with 20 points in, I believe, the 4th quarter to win 30-27. We'll see how it plays out. Looking at Nebraska in this spot, 3, no more than 3 points. You got to lay the 3 in the spot with the Huskers.